Hello and welcome to World of Tanks. I'm CabbageMechanic, and back from Minsk is TragicLoss. How was your trip?
Cold.
Oh, really?
That's all I have to say is Minsk was cold.
I think that's a pretty common reaction to Minsk.
Okay, but in all fairness, how many people from our office have gone to Minsk in the dead, well, close to the end of...
not most of them. It's usually during the summer, yeah.
So I went in the quote-unquote dead of winter.
Dead of winter.
Yeah. The roads were salted, everything was frozen, although in all fairness, it didn't really snow that much. It only snowed a little bit on one day, and not even enough to cover the ground. Otherwise, like, most stuff was actually melting, and so all we got was, like, piles of ice. It wasn't snow, it was literally just ice.
When I was going to university in Alaska, we called spring breakup, both because of the ice and all the winter relationships ending.
Fun. Nice. All right.
But yeah, can we get chat? I miss it, chat. I'm assuming there's lots of you lovely people in chat. Boop. Of course, as always, we're streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We appreciate you guys stopping by wherever is comfortable for you. If you ever miss a stream, you can catch us on all those platforms as well. Yep. YouTube's probably the best for post-stream watching.
Hi, guys. Everyone. Oh, by the way, never go to Minsk in February. I learned that, Ty. Thank you.
You should have said,
Thank you very much.
Oh, our name tags are wrong. I'm Domo Sapien.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, we'll get that fixed momentarily. Thanks, Hyper Turtle and Domo and everyone else pointing that out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong
so in the meantime, I have a few things I'd like to address. I recently got called by my my younger brother, who's in high school, who informed me that my mic's not loud enough and I peak too much.
Yeah. I
go too far out when I peak. He's judging my gameplay.
Okay. Interesting.
Great shame to my family. Do your homework, Jackson.
Uh-huh. Alright, so, what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna swap screens real quick, because...
Which button do I press?
The auto button. Down, 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 there, left, up, left, there you go. Ta-da! Now you guys should hear in-game sounds, because for some reason, yours isn't transmitting any sound. So we'll have to fix that eventually.
Alright.
Anyways, how long did it take for me to thaw out? Still thawing out, honestly. I'm getting all of my, like, sleep schedule still back in order. I'm still soaking up the sun that I was missing, so that's pretty nice. Otherwise, you know, I'm... Stop trying to transfer me to the South American server.
Is that why?
Yes!
Is that why you didn't join?
Yes, that's why I didn't join!
South America.
Oh my goodness.
I like how you didn't tell me I was on South America, though.
I'm just gonna assume that you're on the South American server from now on.
Oh, great. Blue Seal Recordings is supporting Jackson. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Let's see. I mean, I'm saying it was like a block ice you could get from the fridge, not real sun. Not real snow. Yeah, honestly.
Some sad news from Brian on Facebook. I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
Our condolences.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ladim needs more players. You should join. I mean, our ping's pretty bad on that, so...
so we're literally at one red brick.
Alright, now I'll let you invite me, and now I'll join your platoon.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you for finally figuring your stuff out. Anyways, so we're gonna be going over some of the stuff that's gonna be going on this week. So, now that I'm back, I am gonna be out... Well, I have another comp day for myself, so I'm gonna be gone Friday. This is mostly for your information.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
Anyways, so we have a couple of weekly tanks. So every other week we have. You are in a tier 9. Okay. Every other week we have more vehicles that are available for you guys to play, or well, for you guys to purchase and play. This week is the T-44-100, which, by the way, I'm sure at least some of you know, that was the rental tank that was available for Frontline while I was still in the sandbox phase. So if you guys liked the tank then, you'll probably still like the tank now, and it's good for Frontline, because, you know, you guys have already tested that out, so that's real great. This is a dead game, who cares? I mean...
what is dead may never die, Archers on YouTube.
For one, I mean, there's still, like, a good portion of a player base that we have on, like, I'm pretty sure all servers.
There's a lot of people still playing World of Tanks.
Still a lot of people playing World of Tanks.
It's true, it's not as big as it once was.
Yeah. Anyways, cool. How was that Minsk trip?
Oh, hey, Supernova.
Very, very cold, I'll tell you that. Anyways, we are going to be doing count-ins, so we do have... Well, at this point, we do...
I'm trying to go down.
Alright. Anyways, we do have the ability to type in our countdowns on all channels now, which is super great. Thanks, Restream. So we're gonna start doing countdowns. Currently we are tier 9, so we're gonna ready up our tanks before you guys get to hop into the game. So I highly recommend that you guys check what tier we are playing and then start going through the countdown. So I'm gonna count out loud. So the out loud part is literally for CabbageMechanic to sync up. But, for you guys in chat, make sure that you press battle when I type go. Alright? Cool. Alright, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna wait for those messages to send because they're still trying to send. Go.
Alright.
It was super weird. It was like, it's slightly delayed.
Yeah, so Supernova has popped up in our Twitch chat. Supernova is one of our community contributors. He's got a great Twitch stream. And he just got back from the gym getting his swole on. He
is actually a previous WGLNA pro.
Yeah, he's kind of good at the game.
He's okay. He's okay at it.
Probably a few thousand win rate higher than we are.
A few thousand.
Just a few.
Alright.
That's right, Luke. It's time to battle. Hey, Boy, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. Carl's holding off till we fix Matchmaker. Hopefully we'll have some more news on that soon. That's definitely changes to Matchmaker in the immediate future, including some changes to how you interact with maps, which I think you guys are going to like. For those of you who have specific maps you don't like. And then somebody was asking how we're going to buff the E100. My game's
We're gonna change its stats.
Oh.
Oof. Anyways.
That was a bit smart.
Yeah,
I don't have details on exactly what the changes to the E100 are going to be, so I don't want to speculate because I might be totally off in the wrong direction. Boy is suffering through the wheelie tank missions. It's a good time to mention that the wheeled challenge to earn yourself a discount or a free on a premium tank or a free premium tank, the EBR 75, still currently going on, I believe, through March 9th. So if you guys like discounted premium vehicles, you like wheeled vehicles, you like free premium tanks, make sure you check that out. I will say we're getting a lot of feedback that this challenge is harder than previous ones, and looking over the missions and going over them with the team, they're quite hard. So keep that in mind. That is something we're aware of, and we have submitted that feedback to the team in charge of making those challenges challenging. Maybe they did a little bit too good of a job this time.
That's an object. I can't do anything to him. Let's see. Why buff the E100? It's stupid as it is? Not sure what you mean by that. The reason why we're buffing it is because it's, well, underperforming compared to other tier 10 heavies, I'm guessing.
Yeah. The E100 didn't get buffed for a long time because higher skilled players were still doing well in it. It's a tank that really rewards people who have a deep understanding of how maps work and how armor angles work.
Ow.
But some tanks have come out recently that have sort of entered the same niche and are much easier to play, so the E100 is going to get some quality of life changes to hopefully improve it in those areas. I know a lot of people pointed out that the Polish tier 10 sort of kind of does everything the E100 does, but it's better and easier. Which is true to an extent.
Yes.
I'm going to go help the 907, which is dumb, but YOLO. So I'm playing my standard V because I'm currently working on grinding the Italian mediums. What are you in?
I am playing... Nope, that was bad. I am playing the Object 257.
Hoffmangler says, please give my baby some love. Which one's your baby, Hoffmangler?
Hello, standard V.
Hyper Turtle says Cabbage needs some baking soda in his life. No, I really don't.
Heck
that
no,
sounds
nobody
terrible.
needs any of that in their life. You realize we stopped doing that because it was literally like, honestly, it was the closest thing to torture that we could do.
Austin on Facebook says the M103 is a sexy tank. It's true, it is. I've seen one in real life. It's a very attractive piece of
machinery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris is getting used to the new sounds. Oh, you coming back from a long time away, Chris? Definitely had a big sound upgrade, but it was a little while ago.
M60 over there. What you doing? Mod 1? Mod 1? No.
Alright, so the 907 and I have worked our way to the bottom of the map.
Okay.
Ooh, and there's an IS-3A who wants me to clip him.
I'm going back to base because we have, like, we're starting to lose map control, which is unfortunate. Let's see.
Austin's grinding the Indian Panzer at the moment. Great line. I went down the German lights instead of the mediums, but that Indian Panzer's pretty solid. TB12 on Twitch says hello. Hello, TB12.
Hello.
Good to have you. And Mr. Evil Shaggy says hello from Mexico City. Hola, Mr. Evil Shaggy. Thanks for stopping by.
And you're
TB12 says it was a tragic loss to not have you for a week or so.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I'm sorry, I know. We have actually,
a natural consequence.
Surprisingly enough,
we're
gonna be gone a little bit during next month.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Wow.
Oh, you died.
Very dumb choice on my part. Peeked out from a bush. I shouldn't have.
Okay, there's an M60 and a T54 mod 1 that are over here. They're scared.
Timothy on Facebook says, I like the BB-like gun sounds the game uses, so I use an HD gun sound, so it sounds real. I will say some of the guns aren't great, but I don't think they're... I don't know if I describe them as BB gun sounds. They're certainly a lot better than the sounds from before. Matthew on YouTube says, will we ever see tournaments worth doing? That's what you... It depends on what you mean by worth doing.
Yeah.
I think quite a lot of people seem to find the current ones worth doing. But we're happy to take any feedback you have on those. Oh, tragic, you missed a double XP weekend on RuneScape.
I did, I couldn't do it.
Bummer.
I was literally too busy to. I was on planes flying back.
Forfree says he's eating
totally would've.
Nestle chocolate chips and drinking soy milk. Don't judge
Yum.
him. I'm gonna judge a little bit.
Sounds delicious.
I mean, if you can't drink real milk, that's sad.
I can't drink real milk. And
Ouch.
yet I do.
Ouch.
Hurts me more that I do.
Yeah, a bit of a conversation on Twitch going on with Just Another Moving Target talking about people banned and having active anti-cheat. I can promise you we do have anti-cheat. I wouldn't call it active because it is actually passive. It's data that is collected and reviewed later on. But we ban thousands of people each ban wave. Freeze mods. If you have any questions about what mods are legal, check out the World of Tanks Fair Play Policy. If you Google World of Tanks Fair Play Policy, you'll find it. I'm sure we could also get a link in chat.
Probably. Considering all the private messages I get about permabans from the illegal mod system, I respectfully disagree, says Domo.
Yeah, I have to say, I sure get a lot of people claiming that they weren't cheating, but they got banned. For no banning to be happening.
So...
It is working, Moving Target. I promise you it's working. We just banned several hundred accounts for
more often than not, the more you think there are cheats in the game, you're probably just seeing people who are really good at the game versus people who are actually cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it goes... One of the important things to think about, too, is that illegal mods in this game are not equivalent to hacks in other games. For example, a typical FPS like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, if you... Or I'm referring to older Counter-Strikes, but so stuff like speed hacks and aimbots that really substantively affects the outcome of a game because it's a huge advantage. In World of Tanks, all of those, the calculations like where a player is, where your shells are, is all done server-side. So illegal mods cannot affect those things. It's basically most illegal mods operate by giving you more information than you would have in the vanilla client, or there's also aim bots that are better at aiming automatically than just right-clicking stuff. But there's nothing on the level of a speed hack or a Counter-Strike like instant headshot aimbot.
If you think that there's someone using illegal mods and you say that he was like literally caught, please submit a ticket. So one of the biggest things, guys, is if you have, like, video proof, like, legitimate video proof of someone having installed illegal mods, please submit a ticket, because, like, you know, sometimes, occasionally, people start using them after a ban wave, and they'll get caught in the next one, but if you have visual proof, it makes it easier for us. Alright, anyways, ready for a count-in?
Yep.
Alright, 5. This is going to be really slow because I have to submit to all 4. This is a really slow count-in. By the way, we're at tier 10. 3. I honestly feel like I should just do 2. Just do like 1 go. 1.
Maybe just a 3, 2, 1 go.
Yeah. Waiting on go. There we go.
Okay,
right,
cheers.
Cool.
So hold on, let me catch this recent bit of conversation. So Ghost Shells. Ghost Shells came up on Facebook. I do want to talk about Ghost Shells. Yeah. So I've studied Ghost Shells extensively. We get a lot of tickets with replays where people show Ghost Shells. And what we have found by getting replays from other people in the same battle when we found a Ghost Shell is that every Ghost Shell replay that I have seen and reviewed, the problem has been packet loss on behalf of the person who had the Ghost Shell. So essentially what happens is the packet that you should receive that tells you where the enemy tank is either wrong or corrupted. And so the shell that you see pass through an enemy tank, that tank is not there. Your computer is displaying it there because you have network lag, and so it's not up to what the live server is showing where the tank is. So every time I've seen Ghost Shells, it's been because of packet loss on the client side. That said, we're always happy to investigate further reports. If you do have some ghost rounds, please feel free to send in replays. We're more than happy to go through them and check for evidence of the software not working properly.
Moving target, please send the video to Domo Sapien. Domo Sapien's one of our mods. He'll be able to, at the very least, take a look at the video that you are looking at. Otherwise, also, I'm not sure what quantifies for you as an illegal mod, because, like we said, there are different there are definitely mods in our game, and then there are definitely ones that are illegal. Illegal mods would, such as Laser Pointer, which is the mod that essentially shows, like, from the barrel of an enemy's gun, it'll point exactly where they're looking, and so you can see all of the people that are spotted that are looking directly at your tank. So that's definitely... Hey, we have Hungry Gremlin from...
Oh, hey, I know that guy.
But no, please do submit a ticket.
He's in the office on the other side of the office right now playing with us. So Dova Zira, I think I pronounced that right, on Twitch, says, I've watched a shell fly through the back end of a tank and bounce off the front plate. Wow, I would love to see that replay.
Hello. Wow, okay, can we punish that guy who's shooting me?
Oh,
still?
they just took...
Nobody is shooting that guy.
Who's
wow.
being shot?
Well, there was a bat chat that was sitting up here that was hitting me for a lot of my health, and now I'm not happy at all.
Yeah, he's about to go up on the pillar up there.
Oh, okay, alright, I'm real done. I'm real done. Oh, God.
Austin is 60K from the Leopard PTA, and somebody said don't bother. I think you should bother. The PTA is awesome. I love it. I've had some great... Wow, why is my... Whoa. I'm getting some lag.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't turn my tank.
Oof, you are getting massive lag. I don't know what's happening with your PC. I'm running perfectly fine.
Well, maybe I'll get some ghost shells and we can break them down live on stream. Yeah, I was just unable to turn my tank, and now I just lagged and died. Alright, hold on. Let me look into the connection here. Ty says, how is it packet loss when I'm watching the tank the whole time and the next 2 shots hit the guy, no problem. He obviously isn't getting the message he needs to move. We'd have to look at it. I mean, packet loss can happen at a weird time, and 99% of the time you do lose a packet, it's not noticeable. So it only takes one thing to go wrong for the shell to miss.
We are not doing real good. Oh, hello.
But like I said, send in a replay. We'd be happy to look at it, Ty.
Oh boy. This is not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
I gotta check the connection looks good. I don't know why I'm having such issues.
Oh my god.
I'm having packet
also
loss.
getting... Yep.
You lagging?
Yep.
Yeah.
Quantum Gravy, why?
Bowboy on Twitch says I'm downloading secret documents in the background. Let me check. Maybe ship's
Packet Loss's TragicLoss's sister.
Should we change your tag to Packet Loss?
We could change. I couldn't change my name on here.
Today we might have to. You have to be there. You go.
Wait.
We're updating.
Packet Loss. There we go. All right.
Packet
my name
loss.
is Packet Loss.
Today's word is Packet Loss.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Austin, the Leopard one is also along with the E100 one of the first tier 10 tanks on the list to get buffed. So
OP autoloaders told you goodbye. I mean, there's lots of ways to counter autoloaders. Let me tell you one, because all right, people who play autoloaders are generally better at the game, and they know when to utilize. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you this.
I'll let you finish.
So with tanks like the Bat Chat, you really need to know when to dump your clip and when to hold off on your shells, especially if you possibly need 1 or 2 in your clip while you're just sitting there. And generally, people who do better in autoloaders are generally better at the game because they know how the game progresses and they know how each engagement is going to progress overall. And so
I think it's definitely true for the Bat Chat. I don't know if it's true for all autoloaders.
Not all autoloaders,
but the Bat Chat is definitely a
the Bat
high
Chat.
skill cap tank. You
but
definitely have to...
with autoloaders, you really want to know when to dump your clip and when to hold back. And so in general, people who play autoloaders can read an engagement better. I don't think that autoloaders are overpowered. They just have a capability of being able to use all of their DPM in one go, essentially. Otherwise, they're literally helpless for a good, 20 to 30 seconds, depending...
Yeah, the Bat Chat's even longer.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Good 20 to 30 seconds between each clip, they're absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. So I would not call them OP at all. Personal opinion. But no. So I don't know what tier you want to play. Tier 7. Guess what's at tier 7,
Hey,
guys?
Chris on Facebook, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
You know what's at tier 7?
Dova has 18 tier 10s. Woo! That's a lot. Well done.
So I'm going to be playing the IS, which, by the way, you guys, leads into something else that we're going to be talking about today, which is our tank mastery missions for the week of, starting, let's see, 4 days ago, I believe. So tank mastery missions, if you guys don't know what those are, essentially if you play these tanks and you get an ace in a battle, which means you scored better than I think 99% of people in that match, essentially you get a nice little mastery badge for that tank to put it on the side. And so the tank masteries that are going on this week are the AMX 1390, the Sherman 3, which is the tier 5, the IS, which is the tank I'm playing, and the Achilles, which is the British tank destroyer at tier something.
It's 5 or 6, I think, right?
Yes, I just don't remember.
It is tier 6.
Tier 6. Yep. So it's the tier 6 British tank destroyer. So if you want to play those, go for it.
TB12 had a question about scavenger hunt codes that I want to cover real quick.
Yeah.
Just because he asked it a couple times. Domo should be able to help you out with that in Twitch chat.
So I just preloaded all of the counters. Alright, cool.
So Badger said hello and asked you how Minsk was.
Minsk was very cold. Otherwise, I feel like it was extremely productive in general for me personally, at the very least, in terms of streaming stuff, so... learned a lot.
Hyper Turtle says you need a packet mechanic.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, okay, so Domo did respond to TB12. Okay,
okay.
So scroll up for Domo's answer. I think we had Michael on Facebook who said, let's talk about garbage players who don't understand how spotting works. Let's teach them how spotting works. We have a wonderful explaining mechanics video on visibility and camouflage. If you see someone who doesn't know how spotting works, maybe send them back the video. Give them a chance to learn.
Yeah. Any big-time spoilers you can sling out for 2019? We actually did that very recently. In fact, there was an entire video on stuff... Sorry. Stuff that we're thinking about in terms of the 2019 roadmap. Some of those things include, and actually one of these things was talked about very recently, which is tank rebalancing. Anyways, for 2019, there's a lot of stuff that we're thinking about, including things like Matchmaker, new crew systems, what else? Matchmaker stuff, premium ammo rebalancing, lots of stuff. And then in terms of one of the things that we're doing throughout the year is reworking a bunch of balancing for tanks. Essentially, some of the first tanks that are going to get reworked are tier 10s, which includes the E100, the STB-1, the Kranvang, and the... what is it?
Did you get the Leo?
The Leo, yeah. The Leo is the one that I missed.
Gotcha.
So, guys, lots of stuff coming for 2019. You just gotta be real patient for it.
Boy asked if...
Reroll Jenkins.
Is that somebody's name?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's the VK over there.
That's a great name. So somebody asked if we were going to add recoilless rifles. So that's something that Chieftain has been pushing, of course, because Chieftain's a big fan of American tanks, and if you know anything about Cold War American tanks, recoilless rifles play a big deal on light tanks and tank destroyers, like post-Korean War, Korean post-war era. They're not in the immediate plans, but it is something that we would very much, at least we in America would very much like that. I'm getting rushed here. Do I have any help in the east?
Nope.
No help in the east, huh?
Not at all.
That makes me sad. Oh, okay. Nope. Gotta make things difficult.
Alright, I'm gonna push up with this AMX 1357.
So I'm brawling with 2 light tanks in a Scorpion.
Yeah?
And
I see that.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah?
No.
Nice. Oh, no. Well, your tune changed real quick.
I gave it a shot.
Woo! Oh, hello. You're an A44.
Yeah. Ty says spotting mechanics is the hardest thing to figure out in this game. Ty, I certainly think it's the most important thing to learn as a newer player is how the circles on your minimap work, how spotting works, etc. And it can be difficult. It's because it's not super intuitive, to be honest. It's something you really have to study academically.
Yes.
Did I hear that Mighty Jingles is coming to Texas in March?
I had no idea that was a thing at all.
I wonder if he's got some ship stuff going on.
Maybe. I know Jingles has been doing a lot of ship stuff, so... Ooh, hello.
What do you guys think about the mouse? I love the mouse.
The mouse?
Mr. Show, we've talked about transfers on the stream before. Just real quick, TLDR, transfers are really hard right now because we don't have the software to make them work properly. Yeah, infrastructure in general. It is in the long-term plans to make that easier. Yeah. But right now, it's actually very difficult to move accounts from server to server.
Yep.
Probably way more difficult than anyone would think it would be.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's catch up. Brett on YouTube says, when are we going to address what the community really wants? When are we getting antenna physics?
Antenna physics!
I definitely want antenna physics on the mutts. With the little alien antennas on the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Hyper Turtle says we should have Tragic and Cabbage tank commanders.
That would be really cool. I've been pushing for that, honestly.
I would be the worst crew member ever. I would get negative skills.
Oh, no!
Nathan on YouTube, Facebook asking, when's the Leo 1 getting buffed and when's the Evan getting fixed? I feel like we played this before, Nathan. Still don't have any news. We'll be happy to update you on when exactly those are going to happen. I would say matchmaking changes are probably coming earlier than vehicle changes. But we'll see what comes out.
Ow, that hurt.
Got wrecked.
That hurt a lot. Modern Tanks Leopard 1. We have the Leopard again. It's just not the one you're thinking of. So far we have no plans to add modern tanks into the game. I feel like that would completely throw off the, personal opinion, I feel like that would throw off a lot of the things that are going on in World of Tanks, because modern tanks have things like reactive armor, which would definitely be an addition to the game, and that would I feel like that would make armor mechanics a lot more confusing than they currently are. So yeah, personal opinion. So this is where Hyper takes their puns during the day. I know, right, Starshield?
Polly on YouTube asks if we're in Emeryville.
No, we're not. Not anymore.
We are not. We're in Austin, Texas.
I hope the Cranbing is getting nerfed on its turret, not buffed when they say rebalance. So in terms of rebalancing, when you think about tanks that are in the game, it's overall balance across the tiers, and so hopefully the Cranbang will be in a place where it's not just some. It's a very situational tank, and it's not a good situational tank because unless you have a really nice hill to kind of just sit and peek over, it's not a good tank. And you know, a lot of people don't like it outside of being able to peek over ridges and completely defend a ridge on its own. Otherwise, the fact that it's an autoloader, right? Cranbang is an autoloader.
The tier 8 and up Swedish heavies are autoloaders.
Yeah, so autoloader with how many? 4 shells in the magazine. You can get overrun pretty easily, even as a hill defender. It's a difficult thing to play. The Cran has its issues. Let me list them for you.
Looking forward to it, Disciple. Alright, you want to pick... Alright, we have a name in Cyrillic that I am not going to be able to pronounce on YouTube.
No worries.
I'm from Russia. Do you like USSR tanks?
I actually really love them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not my favorite tanks, to be honest. US tanks are my favorite tanks.
Let me show you how favorite these tanks are for me. Yeah, so, around 20, 50, okay, 100, 300, 1,000 battles in my IS-3.
No fun for you, says Michael Loven told me to ask you guys for M60 codes.
Oh boy.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
All tier 10 should be competitive, not 6 to 8 out of 60 tier 10s total. I mean, that's one of the reasons for, rebalancing. We want to make sure tanks kind of keep their, play styles. So, E100 and Mouse are kind of corner defenders, super heavies, in general. And so being able to keep kind of the similar characteristics without changing their play style is a really big thing, for rebalancing.
And also, balance in general is... I mean, obviously, the ideal is that all tier 10s would always be viable. Generally, you know, there's always going to be an optimized way of playing a game. Ooh, yes. I like you busting out the Eagle 7.
Ooh, I wonder why I'm busting this out. Do you want to know why?
You're going to talk about the Spearhead book.
I am. So if you guys didn't know... Ooh, that was a real interesting burp. Anyway, did you hear that?
No.
Okay, it like bubbled up. It was really weird.
It bubbled
anyway,
up?
Yeah.
Just
Don't
bubbling
ask.
over.
Don't ask. Anyways, we have a mission in game, and I'm pretty sure at least some of you guys saw, you know, the missions actually. So, if you see some of the Eagle 7 missions, well, actually, where is it? Man, okay, hold on. I need to actually find it. Where is it? It was really confusing.
So first things first, the Eagle 7 is based on a real life Pershing that fought in World War II, including and appeared in some famous battle footage in a duel with a panther in Cone. And we have a book from that's an account of the gunner of this actual tank. We also have a video interview with him on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
His name is Clarence Smoyer. He's a wonderful old gentleman. We don't have a lot of World War II veterans left, so it's really important, if you guys care about history at all, take the time to learn these men's stories while they're around. And Clarence has a hell of a story.
Yeah. So, in terms of talking about Spearhead, so Spearhead is the book that I believe was written about him.
Yeah, so he worked with the writer. The book is written as a story, but it's a retelling of the first person account of Clarence's time in World War II. So it's completely authentic.
So, for those of you who are in the NA region, I believe, if you do the Spearhead mission, which is be among the top 10 players on your team by the following parameter, which is experience earned. If you do 500 battles, you'll see this confusing reward that is literally just 3 cases of cola. You know, I don't think 18 things of cola is going to be very satisfactory. Actually, that is the mission to get the Spearhead book itself. So if you guys wanna try this out, essentially complete 500 battles, be in the top 10 by experience, and if you have Amazon Prime, I believe, you'll get the book completely free, including shipping. However, if you don't, I believe you have to pay for shipping. Otherwise, you get the book completely free. I'm not sure how much the base cost of the book is, but it's pretty pricey. Well, not super pricey. I'm just guessing. I think it's a hardcover book for one.
I mean, I'm not sure of the actual price. We have a news article up on our portal that has all the additional information you need. So, yeah, Nathan had a comment about the ambiguousness of the mission page, so hopefully we explain that for you.
So in terms of that, I believe just outside of the Spearhead book itself, you guys can purchase the T26 E3 Eagle 7 in a special bundle. Let's see, which also
includes the book.
Yeah. So let me pull this on over. So essentially, Spearhead Eagle release. You cannot do the Welcome to World of Tanks and Spearhead missions. You can only complete one of them. So to get the book, you can purchase the bundle, and then an Amazon link will be delivered via email, and then you can redeem your copy. This is for US Amazon customers only. Free shipping is only available for Amazon Prime members. So yeah, you can get the Spearhead book bundle, which will include the Eagle 7 and the Thunderbolt, with also all of these other things. Literally all of these things. So, awesome. There's also this one, which is literally just for the Eagle. And then you have the ones for the Thunderbolts as well. And then down here we have the thank you for your purchase, and then welcome to World of Tanks, which rewards you with the hardcover book. Ooh, it is a hardcover book, yeah. Or you can
we have a copy.
Spearhead, there, yeah. Which also allows you that book. So, one or the other.
All right, let's get a game going, and then I have a few things in chat I want to address. First off, shout out to Zam Noir. They got a KV1 on YouTube. Got a KV1 with 2,600 battles and a 58% win rate. Awesome. You want to do the countdown?
Yep.
All right.
We're just gonna wait until it pops up on your. Oh.
Just say go. Oh, I thought you said typed in go.
Nah.
Yeah, I have it zoomed in. Okay, so 13 Disciples spent a while typing up this write-up on the Kranwagen, so I want to make sure we covered it. The Cran has the lowest DPM of all Tier 10 heavies. It has the lowest premium penetration of all Tier 10 heavies, except for the large caliber gun on the AMX M4. It has the lowest HP pool of the Tier 10 heavies. It shares the lowest view range of the Tier 10 heavies. It also has garbage side armor on the turret. Unless you're on a hill and also in an alley, all you have to do is wait for the turret to turn. Also, barring all else, HE cuts its small HE pool.
Yep.
Fair points all around.
Yep. That's some of the reasons as to why the Cran is getting a nice rebalance. So, World of Tanks in general is playable on almost any kind of connection.
Yeah, you
you see our ping right now.
We did just have some horrible lag a couple of games ago that was just about unplayable, but it seems like that was a bad moment and things are working correctly now.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna go be on a hill. Let's see.
Oh, Bow Boy's on the other team with an Oni. You better not be stream sniping, Bow Boy.
Nathan Sargent said, Cran Bang is plain awful. I never play mine because it's awful. Did I mention it's awful?
Fair enough.
I don't think you did. I think I need to hear that one more time. Just in my ear.
Is it good?
No.
Oh.
It's awful. Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Cran Wagon. So I would say that
I don't know why.
Those totals were ultimately a goal to balance out the Cran Wagon's incredible ability as a hilltop dominator. But clearly, I think the Emil 1 is still quite good, but both the Emil 2 and the Cran Wagon are not performing super well. So yeah, both those are going to get some love in the near future.
When is the East Coast server coming back? I'm on the East Coast.
Probably never.
Maybe for events.
I've said never before, and it's come back. So it's hard for me to say no. But yeah, the only reason the East Coast has been up recently is to help make sure we have room for all the arenas that the servers have to create during in-game events. Like, for example, I believe the Halloween mode last year, and then we had it also added up during the holidays to make sure we had enough to handle the holiday load. But yeah, at this time, it's not supposed to be coming back up. Artisanal. 13 Disciples says, you know what buff the Cran Wagon needs? Antenna physics.
Oh, man.
I respect your commitment.
Antenna physics.
Oh, hey, Bow Boy. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
What?
I just spotted him in the north.
Oh, no. Bow Boy? Who?
Bow Boy on Twitch.
Oh, Bow
He's on the game with us.
Oh, okay.
He's the Oni on the other team.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Boa Boy. I thought you said Bolo Boy. And I was like, what?
Bolo Boy.
I was so confused. I was like, who's Bolo Boy? Ow. Okay, y'all are painful, for one. For two, ow. Yep,
Rip.
I'm dead. R.I.P.
F in chat for TragicLoss.
Ooh. Are you playing with your girlfriend? For one, we're not dating. For two,
I'm actually in a relationship with the M46 patent in my garage.
There you go.
So, not right now. I'm in the Eagle 7.
For two, we work for Wargaming, so we're just playing our game. So, love you guys. You do a good job and take all these crazy questions in stride. Nice work. Yeah, we try to address almost every single question that we get. Most of the time that we don't catch a question, it's just because we have like, ooh, yeah, I am. Most of the time that we miss a question, it's because we haven't seen it, because we're literally looking at 3 different chats. And so if we missed our question, or if we missed your question, please make sure to like at Domo Sapien if he's in chat. Essentially, he'll be able to message any of us.
Nope.
Or if you're on, oh no!
Bow Boy, stop!
Oh
Bow Boy, stop!
Oh no! Why would you turn around? That was worse!
It was too late to run away. I thought I had more time.
Yep, nope. Anyways, so if you're on YouTube or Facebook, please @ symbol and then type World of Tanks. It should pop up with a drop down that just says World of Tanks, and you should be able to click on that, and it'll autofill for you, and you'll be able to essentially make it so your message is highlighted, so that way we can see it a little bit better. Oh, Bow Boy.
I did appreciate he was bobbing his gun up and down as he came at me. Did you notice that?
No. And then when it, hold on, when is Frontlines coming back? It's coming back next month, and the month after that, and the month after that, and the month after that, until November. It's gonna come back for once a week, every single month until November, so it's running for 10 months total in the year of 2019.
Well, boy, try and get that selfie of mine and yours dead tanks right next to each other. It's a good moment.
Anyways, alright, we're gonna go back to the garage.
Jim on Facebook says he needs a tank that runs on beer. But then, Jim, what are you going to drink?
Yeah, exactly.
You know how many tanks operate in gallons per mile instead of miles per gallon. So that'd be a whole lot of beer.
Oh, gosh. Alrighty. Cool. So, we talked about the Spearhead book, and so we're going to talk about some other things that are going on this week. One of the most recently buffed preferential tanks is where is it? Where is it?
I should have run away sooner. I will say, a note on that last game: Eagle 7 is a bit slow. You gotta make the decision to move earlier than you would in other mediums, and I did not, and I paid for it. Ah,
there we go. So, IS-6 pretty recently was buffed, and so it's slightly better now. It's still going to be the same old IS-6, just with slightly better statistics to be comparable at its tier. So that's the tier 8 of the week. Let's...
Not a very exciting tier 8 of the week. Not there's anything wrong with the IS-6,
no. But it is preferential, which is great, which we did keep. We know you guys were an upcry about that, so preferential tanks have still kept their preferential matchmaking. They've just been buffed slightly to keep up with some of the more recent tanks of its tier.
Oh, is it my choice now?
I mean, we were going to play the tier 8 of the week,
okay,
which
yeah,
is
we
the
can do
IS-6.
I'm bringing the black version, though.
Why am I only loaded HE? Who loaded this tank? It definitely wasn't me. Like, literally had like 12 rounds of HE.
She'll find out that all her Russian tanks have only HE loaded.
Oh gosh. No. No. Anyways, so IS-6 is the tier 8 of the week, so if you like preferential matchmaker tanks, IS-6 is an option. Famously, Pizza Storm from our NA office a while back completely dominated everybody in the IS-6. I thought he was magical before I started...
Pizza Storm is definitely magical.
Mm-hmm. So he's definitely magical in the IS-6.
Bless you, Pizza Storm, wherever you are.
Bless. Anyways, fantastic in the tank. I can't make it work, personally, for me, because I just want to angle everything, and that's a bad thing to do in the IS-6.
Got that pike nose. You want to keep it straight on, yeah.
It doesn't have a pike nose.
Doesn't it?
No.
Oh, it's just a wedge nose.
You're a wedge nose.
Thanks. I do kind of have a wedge nose, actually.
Yeah.
I could use my noses.
Let's see.
Yeah, Peppity does that to Quickie Baby at Gamescom every year. Makes him play a tank that she's ruined the loadout on. Yep. She'll put like the stock gun on and then run only HE and troll him. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways, how can I work at WGNA? I mean...
wargaming.com/careers.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, there we go, Domo.
Yeah,
you got the link for you
Domo.
in Twitch chat.
Right.
Feel free to check it out. We're always happy
to... Oh, you're playing the IS-6B.
Well, of course.
Oh my goodness.
My win rate is about 15% higher in the B version.
Alrighty, preferential tier 8s. Get ready in chat. We're going to start with 3, 2, 1, and go. I love how Facebook is like...
No fun for you.
His second.
No fun for you says wedge nose. Blitz says it's like shooting an empty box. I hope that's a shout out to the iRacing YouTuber who I'm a big fan of.
Oh man.
Empty box.
I like the all caps wedge nose. Anyways,
Timothy, if he worked at Wargaming, he'd want to do map design. You will need to move to Minsk for that.
You would.
So I hope you're up for it.
It's gonna be real cold. Real cold.
I mean, not if you're from the American Midwest. I think it's about the same. But for us in Texas, yeah, it's definitely a lot colder there.
Ouch, cryptic shock. B is for bitter. Same tank, but it leaves you with a bitter taste in your mouth. Yep. That's a fair.
Also, we're top tier, so I guess I should go Peninsula.
That's a fair shot there.
Yes, so Cryptic won up to my, I believe it was Cryptic, won up to my Showdown Saturday score.
Yeah?
On Twitter this weekend.
I had a really good... they used your score.
They didn't. My score was too good.
Sure.
True story. My score was too good. I got a Mastery badge. I had like 1,400 something base XP. And
right,
and Chauncey said, no, Cabbage.
So essentially 1 in a million for you?
Let me do my... Wow.
Wow.
Oof. Being very mean today.
I mean, I have to make up for being gone the entirety of last week.
Gotta catch up. Okay. Yeah, or not says my score was too low. Yeah. So, but yeah, I got a 1,400, which I thought was a pretty decent score. I'm gonna do my best Chauncey impersonation. He's like, no, Cabbage. We can't use that. People will be too scared of it. And then Cryptic promptly dominated it in like the first game.
Oh man. Let's see. Would you rather never eat pizza again? See, this is how we get into talking about food. I blame you guys.
Would you rather? Oh, we gotta get to the pizza or chocolate question.
Personally, I would rather never eat chocolate again because, like, pizza, so good. But also, like, chocolate for me is a very, like, occasional thing. So it's just like, if I'm gonna eat chocolate, it has to be real special.
But like,
I did buy chocolate.
When you say chocolate, do you mean anything with chocolate in it, or chocolate by itself?
Oh no!
Because if you had to ditch, like, say, chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, that would be unacceptable for me.
I'd be concerned about my Ferrero Rocher.
What?
Ferrero Rocher. The little, like, Nutella.
I know what you're talking about. I was just laughing.
Okay, crisp balls. Yes, I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm not changing it.
So, you can't see it because you guys have Tragic on screen, but the reason that I played the B version is because I have the load on this outfitted with nothing but premium rounds.
Oh my god.
Which, if you play the IS-6, you know, there's no point even bringing standard rounds.
Is there?
It's just a waste of time.
I've brought standard rounds.
The good news is the tank's earnings you'll be able to afford the premium rounds with credits, no problem. But yeah,
the gun
penetration
handling
on standard rounds
is gonna kill me.
atrocious.
Oop, hello. Mordengeist. Hello.
Right. So Chris on Facebook, I believe, asked me when I was going to accept his platoon tier 8 skirmish invite. Tell you what, Chris, I'm not sure who I have you in game as, but if I'm playing and I'm able to, I'll accept the next one.
I would not ever. No, I would not give up pizza. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're still on pizza or chocolate?
Yep. Still on pizza or chocolate.
So yeah, if I could eat calzones or flatbreads, there's like workarounds for pizza, right?
That's true.
Or
see, like,
the local place here, Austin's Pizza.
How strict is this? Ooh. So that EBR just crashed. I guess you completed.
They do that.
They do that.
They do that.
They do.
Oh, Cosmo says nothing close to pizza, such as rolls or calzones. Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, see, now I have a harder choice, because, like, honestly, I would give up anything for Ferrero Rocher. Those things are an absolute treat. I would eat those every single day of my life.
Wow. You know, they sell them at every gas station. It's not that... Or at least every Walgreens.
Okay, but they're real expensive for what they are.
They?
Yeah, like, one tin is like one of those, like, 3 packs is like... okay, I was a Kit Kat person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Done with Kit Kats?
Not done with Kit Kats.
Chris says his fridge is full of
chocolate. Too many.
And no chocolate milk.
Oh, I'm fine with no chocolate milk. I always have
terrible.
strawberry milk. But also, I'm lactose intolerant, so...
I grew up in the Midwest. Chocolate milk was basically a food group there.
Oh, I thought it was sweet tea.
That's the South.
See, sweet tea is also another one of my,
I do like how if you get iced tea at a restaurant here, you have to clarify if you want unsweetened or sweet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in California, if you ask for sweet tea, they give you sugar and tea.
Isn't that what sweet tea is?
No.
Oh.
It's different. Trust me, it's different. There's an SU 1:30 p.m.
13 Disciples says that he would give up pizza.
I'm just kidding, I'm not a troglodyte. I'd choose to keep pizza every time.
A troglodyte. Blue Seal on YouTube says sweet tea is gross.
Ooh, hello. Why does everyone want to shoot me? Like, that T-43 absolutely just strolled up the same route, and I just got wrecked by, you know, the SU-122-44 and the SU-130 PM.
I just found an E-25.
What a jerk. Hello. Hello.
Blue cheese rocks. I don't know how we got to blue cheese, but I do love blue cheese. I would give up all of those things before blue cheese.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I blew my shot. Oh, no.
Hello? What? Wow, okay. I love the gun depression on this tank. That is a lie. I don't. I really don't. It's like the opposite of what I like about this.
Well, at least you're still alive. I'm still alive. You're doing well.
In what regard? Because
mean,
inside my soul...
Okay.
a little dead.
It's dark.
It's from the cold. The cold north of Minsk.
The frigid Minsk north.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get
Let's
this you
see.
guys here.
Half unsweetened tea, half lemonade. The perfect Arnold Palmer.
Ooh,
says,
I do like a nice Arnold Palmer.
Says World of Tanks, aka I believe that's
I think it's
Domo.
I'm not sure if Domo or Crazy Hoop is. Maybe both of them. Chris Blankenship sent me a PM on the forum. My forum inbox is completely destroyed. It's basically a smoking crater. Full
of people asking for M60 codes.
Yeah. So
which he still has some left, so if you haven't messaged him, please do, because with that full inbox, as soon as he starts deleting some, you want to be able to flow right into that spot.
Chris, if you do have an easy question you can ask on stream, I'd be happy to answer it now. Otherwise, I'll try and find it on forum later if you tell me your username. Hyper Turtle says hashtag teriyaki Kit Kats. Teriyaki?
Oh god, teriyaki Kit Kats were the worst.
I don't know about that move. You had one? Is that a Japanese Kit Kat flavor?
It is, and it was awful. So the reason why we're playing the IS-6 is because it is the tier 8 of the week, so if you guys like the IS-6, if you guys like the... Oh man, you got 4 kills. Showing me up. If you like the IS-6, if you want that preferential matchmaking, it's available for you guys. Otherwise, we're going to move on because we get to talk about the Wheelie Boys.
Wheelie Boys.
Wheelie Boys.
We did talk about the Wheelie Boys. We're going to talk about it again. Hey, I completed a mission.
Hey,
Go me.
Congrats. I completed +1 for a Spearhead. +1 battle. Good job, me. High five. Good job. Anyways, so we're gonna be talking about the Wheelie Boys. So, if you guys didn't know, we did post a video. I actually don't have the Wheelie Boy.
Ortnoth, real quick, because our primary news portal poster was in Minsk with Tragic, that's why.
Wait, which
the
one?
news will be flowing fast and steady
okay.
very soon.
But anyways, so for you guys, we do have the what is it called? The challenge, the wheel vehicle challenge.
The wheel challenge. The
challenge
challenge of wheels.
The challenge of wheels.
The triumph of the wheel instead of the will.
I don't even know.
That's a bit Wagnerish.
I just opened a link. Anyways, so starting last week through March 7th, you guys have the option to earn discounts all the way up to 100% in order to receive the Panhard EBR. It's very similar to the Italian challenge, which was essentially you guys could play throughout the time that the marathon is active and get discounts all the way up until you can actually get the tank for free. Now, you guys, the missions are kind of difficult, or relatively difficult, because, well, for one, you guys are working to get a free tier 8 tank, for one. For two, yeah, sure, you don't have to get all of the discounts, but you can get up to about 70%, maybe 80% if you really work for it. And be able to pay a lot less than just purchasing outright, which is going to be a little bit more expensive. for you guys to do. Otherwise, you can get the Pan Hard for free if you try real hard, if you have the time.
That said, it might be a little too hard this time around. This is probably the hardest one we've done. We had similar challenges with the Carnarvon AX and the SU-130 PM, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think this one is turning out to be the hardest of the three. I'm not 100% sure if that's intentional, but we're collecting a lot of feedback as well as data on how long it's taking players to complete it.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get that to a good place.
Let's see, the best thing about the wheeled vehicles is when you hit them, they do somersaults when they explode. Yes, I agree with that. We should never remove that from the game. Just saying. Anyways, we are going to do another tier. How about we do tier 5? Oh, wait, you chose a tier already. You are going for tier 8.
I'm bringing the Wheelie Boy.
You're bringing the Wheelie Boy.
I'm bringing the
I
subject
do
of the
have
marathon.
the Wheelie Boy. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know how to wheelie.
Yeah.
I don't know how to Wheelie Boy.
I've been watching that too, Blue Seal on YouTube. Quickie Baby has currently been grinding the challenge on his free-to-play account.
Let's swap to your screen, that way people can watch you.
I think I did it.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Although people can't hear your sound for some reason still, which is really weird.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
They could hear your sound. It will be only slightly disorienting.
Just a little bit.
Brian says I sound like Seth Rogen.
Did I get any work on in the RuneScape 3 double XP? I did not, unfortunately, guys.
But I was talking about Quickie Baby is... he's doing the marathon on his free-to-play account, and he's grinding it straight out. And I think he just hit stage 6 today. So we're keeping an eye on that as well.
Cabbage your consumables. You have none.
Oh boy.
They're calling you out.
Spot. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not running enough HE either, by the way.
Alrighty, so we are going to be doing tier 8. And so once Cabbage fixes his consumables.
There we go. I just want to make sure I'm bringing a lot of everything.
We're gonna start the count-in. We're gonna start from 3, and we have someone who's doing a count-in for us. Don't follow that guy.
I'm Toodaleve is doing a count-in for us.
I know, right? Alrighty, guys, we are going to do a count-in starting now from 3, 2, 1. Go.
So today we dropped a guide park video on the EBR 75, but really all the things it talks about apply to all the wheeled vehicles. So if you've been trying the wheeled vehicles and you've been finding them really hard to play, or you think they're terrible, as we've been seeing in chat a little bit, maybe go watch the video. You might find out some tips that improve your ability to survive later in the game. There's some pretty useful information in there. Probably the biggest thing is just that because the wheeled vehicles are so good at reversing, don't turn around in tight spaces where you need to stay behind cover. Just reverse out of there. A lot of times you go to a spouting spot you're used to turning around in a normal light tank. You try and do it in the wheeled tank, things go very badly. So we'll see if I can not die too fast in this.
Cryptic Shop says Nebenberg racetrack when. You know, I almost corrected him.
Because, it's a rally, right?
Yeah, so Nebenberg is this like really interesting racetrack, but I almost corrected him to Nebelberg, which is one of our maps.
Well, it is Nebelberg. That's what he's talking about. It's the hey,
it's Ural.
The track that appears in the guide park video is the Nebelberg rally.
Oh, it's Smiley Rage. I love Smiley Rage. Oh,
it's
really fun.
I have an EBR 105 here spotting with me.
Oh, neat.
That's gonna totally defeat my purpose here.
Oh, it's Smiley. Hi. I don't know if Smiley knows who I am. I believe I've met him before, though. Smiley Ridge. That AMX 1390 really left. Oh, I bet he's doing the, what's it called? The, Tank Mastery mission. We can't really go towards that guy. I'm gonna kind of stick with Smiley Rage because, Smiley's really good at the game. I mean, same with Small Ural.
Here we go.
Ooh, boy.
Wheelie jukes, wheelie jukes.
Where is it?
So you want to keep jinking when you're moving in a straight line, even for people who are tracking you.
I don't actually know where to shoot the SDR.
That's going to make it harder for them to hit you with tracking shots because you're making the lead different than they expect it to be. So you got to keep jinking, keep changing direction slightly, and never, ever, ever stop moving if you're spotted.
What word are you using?
Jinking?
What is that?
A jink is a slight move to the left or right.
Interesting. That's not a word I've ever heard used ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a it's a flight term, maybe that's why. Definitely a common thing in like flight sims and such.
We have that guy. Ow!
Oh, I just totally choked those shots. Don't do that.
Oof, 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 oof. What do you want to do, Ural?
I'm gonna take a shot here. Gonna repair.
Object! Oh no, I knew he was gonna kill me, but also, what is your guys' opinion on what is the most broken tank?
Cabbage should recreate the sound effects on his own.
Oh, no. No.
I'm gonna try.
No. So, what do you mean by broken? Because there's lots of different, I guess, definitions of what people think means broken.
Well, my experience is that broken means it's fundamentally not allowing the game to work properly. So something can be broken in a bad way, like it's terrible, and something can be broken in a good way, like it's way too strong. I mean, not good, but like it's overpowered.
One of the most, well, in personal opinion, one of the most broken tanks that we've ever had in the game, I think, was the Waffentrager E100. For sure. 6-round clip, could literally clip any tank in the game, I think, almost including the mouse. It was that close.
And tried tweaking the values on that, and it's just the base idea was just too... Oh, hello.
Marlene says, hey Tragic and Cabbage, it's Roadrunner 142. Met you guys in San Antonio. I was a long distance driver. Hey!
Oh, hey, from Kansas, I believe, right? Thanks for stopping by.
My E100 got clipped by it. Yes, the Waffentrager Alf E100 says PewDiePie.
We just got no help on the West that time. That's a real bummer.
Nope. Yep, that was... Nope. No, I don't think the Foshby is as good as as broken as the Waffentrager. I think the Foshby is just not good.
I'll agree with Timothy. There are times in the exact right scenario where the Foshby can feel like the Waffentrager.
Yeah.
If you're in the complete open and it has a full clip and it has plenty of time to aim, it can do the same thing. But the Waffentrager was much better at doing it anywhere, and having the turret was a huge advantage.
The turret was a huge advantage for one. The fact that it could literally just swivel back and forth and be able to kill you was a big help for it being broken. The other thing is the actual aim time was ridiculous on it, considering how big of a tank it was. And so it was able to essentially, like, home in and clip you out. Whereas something like the Foshby doesn't actually have as good an aim time, and it also takes a little bit longer to load, I believe.
The damage potential is definitely the same. It's delivering the damage that's harder in the Fosh versus the Waffentrager. Any
M60 codes today? You do have to message CabbageMechanic on the forums.
Don't do it.
He's only saying don't do it because his current inbox is full. However, if you message him, it'll essentially queue up and you'll be able to get in once he deletes some of his messages.
Yeah.
So the people that have already gotten the M60 codes.
I do appreciate you guys on Twitch who are doing the game sounds for me in chat. Very accurate, well done.
Let's see.
Looks like we are going to win this. I'm going to take credit for this win. Because clearly the distraction that I gave the other team was enough for our team to win the battle.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
it's a Cabbage win.
Good at that. Anyways, outside of the wheel vehicle challenge, which you guys saw, it is very challenging for CabbageMechanic to play. Obviously, that's why we called it the Wheeled Vehicle Challenge. Otherwise, we have a couple of other things that are going on, including the recently changed referral program. So if you guys have some friends who you want to play the game, or if you don't have friends and you just want to get a free tier 8 tank, go ahead and create a new account and play from that, and get a free tier 8. But essentially, you can invite people to this new referral program, and now everybody gets rewards, not just the people who recruited you. So in the old system, essentially, if you recruited someone, you were able to get the T95E2, which I have somewhere in my...
Tier 8, yeah.
Here we go. The T95E2, which was the Refer a Friend tank.
And you got that the hard way, right?
I got it the hard way, so I actually have... where is he?
Oh, that's a bummer here,
gosh dang it. Where is he? AK-47, who I recruited, and he actually got a tier 10. So, this is my recruit. He has a tier 10.
There you go.
So yeah, so I got it the hard way. Otherwise, now you guys have a new system which you can refer someone into the program, and if they complete... if you are in a platoon with them, they earn extra stuff. Super awesome. Otherwise, you eventually will earn a tier 8, and they eventually earn a tier 6, I believe.
How do you have so much more gold than me?
Because I don't spend it on gold and ammo.
I don't spend it on anything except converting.
Just joking. Because I'm just that much better than you.
Ouch.
Yep.
Alright, so are you going to pick the T95
yeah,
too?
I am.
Oh, okay.
So, historically...
Choice.
Very average, slightly below.
I believe I've said on this stream it sucks.
Yeah.
I think as a big fan of American mediums, I want all the American tanks to be great. And the T95E2 is just not that great. The T95E6, the tier 10 clan reward tank, is
54%
solid.
win rate in this tank.
Well, you're just great then.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to bring... what should I bring? You're bringing a medium.
Feel free to pass along my thanks for the unskinned scorpion. I can finally make it pretty.
Ooh, enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the Australian Centurion.
So confused right now. What's confusing? Oh geez, that friend list. I have lots. I have so many friends.
How many Kitakami shorts do you have? Okay, I have a great story about the Kitakami. We'll tell it right after we do this count-in. And Francisco on YouTube popped up saying, hey Francisco, thanks for stopping in. Alright, you want to do this count-in?
Yes. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Could be wrong though. What's up? I don't think there is currently, at the very least, Twitch Prime Charlie dropped.
There's
so
no package called that yet.
Yeah, so we... Yet. So we currently only have Twitch Prime Alpha and Twitch Prime Bravo, which, by the way, you guys, let's talk about that for a couple seconds. Essentially, if you claimed the offer on Twitch, all you had to do was connect your World of Tanks account to your Twitch account, and in order to get Twitch Prime, all you have to do is link your Twitch account to your Amazon account. So as long as you've done that, you were able to click the claim offer in Twitch. If you did that and you didn't redeem it yet, so this is the disclaimer. You had to have clicked on the claim offer for both of those, and then you will still be able to redeem those until February the 28th, which is the Twitch Prime Alpha, and then if you want the Twitch Bravo, you have until March 31st. Otherwise, if you didn't click claim offer, you don't have a chance to redeem them. Redeeming and claiming is different. Just FYI.
Shout out to Domo for getting those links out in the various chats. Appreciate it. Okay, so I promised a story about the Kitakami.
Twitch drops, by the way, for...
We're trying.
I'm trying so hard.
But okay, Kitakami Story. So the Kitakami is a premium Japanese destroyer in World of Warships. And in the early days of Warships, it was in and out.
I had that.
I had it. Do you have it?
Yeah, I had it.
Oh yeah, it's gone now.
It's completely
It was completely broken because it delivered a hilarious amount of torpedoes, right?
40
torpedoes.
40 torpedoes.
So we had a security guard who, at the old office, who had to sit at the front desk of the office all day, every day. And we loved him. He's great. It's still our boy. But, you know, we wanted to help him out. So we hooked him up with some stuff in the game. In all the games, tanks and ships, I believe. He mainly played ships, but he did play some tanks. And so he had the Kitakami in his account. And the Kitakami, for a time, had been removed from the game files because 40 torpedoes was just ridiculous and was breaking the game.
Yep.
So our security guard, whose
username... more team kills than real kills, guys.
Whose username, by the way, was a security guard. Yep. That was his username. He played the Kitakami. No one knew it was still in his account. He didn't know that it had been removed. He's a fairly casual player, of course, and he crashed the entire NA server by launching the game in a tank that was removed from the game files.
In a
ship for, yes, I'm in tank mode. But yeah, so there's your Kitakami story. One time, we briefly took down the NA server for World of Warships because our security guard played a ship that had been removed from the client.
Yep, hilarious. I loved hearing about that. That was Ow! That hurt me internally.
I just got
and externally.
I just got RD'd and I didn't like it.
I got T49s, dude. I also didn't like it.
I hate playing the south end on this map. I feel like it always goes poorly. The south end of this map.
Oh. I mean, it's city. Still need it in some ways. Whoop. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no.
The email.
Ooh, the email. I couldn't tell if the email could see me. I'm destroying buildings as I move backwards.
Your song?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I got the best idea. Tog 3. That's the best idea I've ever heard. Give that man a reward.
Oh man.
So we're losing quite rapidly here on the west flank.
Yep. I wish I could paint my skinned Amex 1357 GF. I don't want to buy the unskinned 1357 because I have the GF. I'm willing to spend the gold. I mean, I believe we had trade-ins for the 1357.
We did, right at the time that the new one was released, yes.
Like, I'm gonna go off script for a second.
Maybe like a one-time? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways. Cool. I'm a War Thunder player and I'm trying World of Tanks. Nice! Awesome. Well.
I'm a World of Tanks player and I've tried War Thunder. And I like World of Tanks better. I might be a little bit prejudiced.
A little bit.
A little bit. War Thunder
I've never
planes
actually
are cool,
played War Thunder, actually.
Oh, that's quite loyal of you.
Yeah. Like, one of the things that I heard about War Thunder, like, this is completely anecdotal because I've never played, but this is, like, coming from people who've played both. The thing that they hated the most was that it was pixel sniping, because tanks are so accurate that it was literally, like, you would be shooting people from across the map, and it would be one shot, one kill. And that's one of the biggest things that, I guess, gripes that I heard about. Otherwise, never played it, no opinion on it.
I do know their social media team is very desperate to get us to respond to them.
A little bit.
It's a little sad, actually.
I know you all on PC, but does all this the same on console? Unfortunately, like you said, we don't work on console, so we're not the development team, nor do we know anything about the development course for console. So unfortunately, we can't really answer anything that has to do with World of Tanks console. Besides for, like, sometimes we take things that World of Tanks console has successes with, and sometimes World of Tanks console takes things that we've had successes with. So there's a little bit of back and forth, but mostly it's what we see that makes good stuff.
But more importantly, if you add console to the end of World of Tanks, you'll find their own Twitch and YouTube channels.
Yep.
So you can get information directly from the Rybot's mouth, as it were.
Yes.
Would the TOG 3 come with a aircraft runway? Asked Chris on Facebook.
Yeah, it would.
It's pretty good.
What tank is this? This is the Centurion 5-1, which is the Australian tank. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, wait. Ooh.
If only the PC could use this console.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I hear you, Canadians. I hear you.
This is definitely.
So I feel we're all turtled up here. Hyper Turtle's celebrating somewhere. But all we have left is me and tank destroyers.
It's like I'm watching one of our videos. Look at this. So cinematic.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let me switch back so you can get the cinematic.
So cinematic. Look at this. Oh man.
Yeah, with me just slightly turning around in small circles and crushing fences. Yeah. Not the most action-packed.
Oh my god! You have a, wow.
What?
Put that away.
What do I have?
Nothing.
What do I have? It's on my screen too.
Put those away, sir.
I seem to have picked up some wood.
I didn't know there was that much of a difference. Thanks. Yeah, there's actually quite a few differences between World of Tanks console and World of Tanks PC.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of stuff going back and forth, probably more especially from PC to console. But they're two entirely separate development teams, and there's no way to port PC World of Tanks to console. So it had to be, like, the game you play in console is a completely different game.
Yeah.
Obviously, they take some of the design cues from PC, but it was completely rebuilt, completely its own code.
Yes. It's from the same country as the AC4 series, right? Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't wood, that was extra armor.
Yes, spaced armor. That's what we're sticking to.
Spaced armor, sure.
This is going to be a camp fest, and I'd love to go out and play aggressive, but if I go anywhere, I'm just going to die. So I don't know what I can do.
Man. Spot on top of that hill that the ISU is kind of just...
Yeah, I guess I could. I'll probably get argued when I do.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this T-28's coming up from the other side.
Do you guys have any plans to change the meta at Tier 10? The Clan War meta right now is Heavy Ms, STRVs, LT 100, or 100 LTs, with maybe some RU meds or Super Heavies. Among those groups, I would select a few variable tanks at that. So C is what I'm gonna guess your name is pronounced. We do have plans to work some of the Tier 10 tanks. If you follow us that closely, or more closely, you might know that we are reworking tanks like the IS-4, the STB-1, the E-100, the Cranbang, and the something? Leopard 1, that's what it is. So we have 4 tanks, not the IS-4. So E100, Leopard 1, Cranbang, and STB-1. Huh? Maybe. I don't remember. I didn't want to say it just in case it was wrong. But I think the IS-4
the IS-4 could use some love, for sure.
It could.
PewDiePie says, Norwegian tanks an idea. I'm Norwegian. I'd love to see Norwegian. First off, shout out for Norway. Big fan. I was just there last summer. I don't know if we would do a full line of Norwegian tanks, because similar to the Swedish as far as mediums, I'm pretty sure Norway has primarily used Leopards, right? Or at least recently that's been the Norwegian tank of choice. And then
IS-4 was on the list. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I don't know about a full Norwegian line, but maybe a Norwegian Centurion could be possible. Right?
Yeah. See, you know what I really want is like dual nation lines. That way we can either put in tanks like the Centurion, which is currently labeled as a British tank. We can relabel some of the ACs. We can also relabel some of the tanks that are Lend-Lease, including, oh man, what's a Lend-Lease tank?
Churchill 3.
Churchill 3, yeah. There are quite a few tanks in our game that are like Lend-Lease or like could be dual nation. But I would love dual nation stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. So Ordinath is talking about M60 Jesus, who was accidentally credited with the M60, which really spurred the idea of M60 codes. Yeah, essentially what people said was someone gave him their code, and that he was able to redeem it, and so that perpetuated the idea that, you know, M60s were codes instead of automatic crediting, so... Yeah. Anyways,
so Bowboy...
M60s codes, totally real. Totally real.
Very real. Not real. Bowboy on Twitch says, what are your thoughts on how China sold a gold Type 59?
I mean...
So real short, doing business for a non-Chinese company in China is really difficult. Most people who do it go through a Chinese intermediary. We did as well. That intermediary operates the game in China in a different way than it is run in the rest of the world. So as far as what do I think of a gold Type 59, I think it's hilarious. I think that's...
I don't know why you guys want it so badly. It's literally just a gold tank in the game.
I will say, if I remember correctly, it came with like a ton of premium rounds and was like stupid overpowered.
The other thing is...
That part's not cool.
The other thing is, it also earns like double what a normal premium does.
Yeah. So I don't know about all that stuff. I'd rather keep things, you know, fairly balanced.
You know.
But as far as the idea of a gold tank running around, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I would love that. That would be great.
Hyper Turtles guy. How do they discover gold in a river, Tragic?
How?
They pan hard.
Oh.
Thanks for that, Hyper Turtle. Appreciate it.
Why am I not surprised? Anyways, hey, I'm preferential.
Yeah, so the T-34-3.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Anyways, we're gonna do count-in. Pref... Tier 8. Tier 8? Cool. Cool. Wait until... I actually didn't know that. Why did I not know that? Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go.
People did start to team kill people with them.
That happened I know in MechWarrior they sold gold mechs for like $500 as a way of supporting the game, and people team killed the gold mechs anytime they saw them.
I mean, people still kind of do that with like the T-22.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of that too.
Woof.
Honestly, playing the T-22 is enough punishment, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
These
honestly.
days, with this bow in the game again.
Absolutely.
On the other team again! Ah!
Oh my goodness. Oh, hi, Cabbage, he says.
Ah!
Would you ever consider buffing some of the Tier 2 and Tier 3 premium tanks that you gave away? I enjoy and play all tiers, but some of those need some love. I mean, in general, between all of the tiers, we're trying to do an overall, like, rebalancing of them. I'm not sure if, like, Tier 2 and Tier 3 reward tanks from, like, holidays is going to be a part of those. But, all in all, you get some nice free garage slots. If any of you guys remember that video. Yes. The first video that Meathead was ever in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we got some chatter about Tier 10 balance, and then Cryptic is talking about rebalancing lower tiers first.
Yeah.
The teams that are balancing the different tiers are actually different teams.
Yeah.
So, whichever ones are done first is going to determine what's done. Both are being worked on simultaneously, so it's not an immediate term. So Sai on Twitch says, the way I see it, Tier 10 needs a shakeup. Maybe 30 or 40 Tier 10s will be viable instead of 10 or so. That's definitely the goal of the rebalances, is to bring in the tanks that are way overperforming and the tanks that are way underperforming into a more reasonable band of performance.
Yeah. But one of the biggest things is we can't rebalance all of the Tier 10 tanks all at once, because that would be an absolute ridiculous feat. We need to do a little bit at a time to make sure the general game health in terms of balancing is still there. Otherwise, we might just really screw up. Like, really screw up. You guys think that some of the things are broken? Imagine if we did, like, 40 to 50 tanks all at once. No. No. You do not want to do that, sir. Not at all.
Well, I mean, I think, like, it's a noble goal to have all of them be viable, but I will say that, like, all games would love all of their characters and choices to be viable.
Heck. I'm dead.
Balancing isn't dead easy. You're dead already?
I'm going to die.
Don't die.
I got
also, we're not in a Tier 10 battle, whoever it is.
Yeah, we're in Tier 9.
Tier 10 battle. It's definitely a Tier 9 battle. Oh, I see 13 Disciple. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh, he's baiting me.
Oof. Nope.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, okay. There's the arty shot. Man, I've been getting hit by so many M53, M55s today.
Oh, we're about to get overrun here. Oh, boy.
On the left?
Oh, yeah.
Right, coming back to the left.
Oh, yeah. Like, big overrunning. Ooh, no. Oh, well, I'm dead. Yep.
Rip.
Ouch. Okay.
Early on, that was the track.
Yeah, so doing a large number of White Wolf says, doing a large number of tanks means a lot of extra testing, which takes time, so smaller batches make sense, yeah.
Oh my gosh, how did that not pin? What a disaster. Wow, our team just got completely rolled.
People are talking about the ice. Or We're getting someone being the person who shoots people if they're even in the T-22. I highly recommend not doing that. For one, that's a massive jerk move. For two, we did sanction people who were rigging, so.
Are we talking about Rampage mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, Domo in chat and I have personally probably watched 50 plus hours each of Rampage mode replays to ban people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely ban people for rigging Rampage mode. It was pretty much all Domo and I did for a couple months when that mode was around.
So I highly recommend not shooting people who did that because, yeah, sure, there are still people who actually got the tank legitimately. As much as you don't want to believe that, you should. Because that is the truth.
13 Disciple just is getting sandwiched here quite thoroughly. There we go, he survived. He's going to get his shot in.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that game went very poorly.
Yeah, real poorly for us.
Hello, White Tiger. Thanks for stopping by.
Will you guys do tier 3 or preferential tier 5? No, we've actually said this in the past, we are not going to create any more preferential matchmaking tanks at all. Like, what was the last preferential matchmaking tank that was released? I don't even know.
Oh gosh. It's been years and years, I don't even know what it was.
So, since... Like, I think this is the one thing where we can, like, legitimately say we'll never make another one. We have not made another preferential matchmaking tank.
So I don't know if you guys picked up, but one of the things we talked about when we initially announced that we were going to try and remove preferred matchmaking is basically just that it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I understand why people like it, but as an overall method of balancing the game, it's not good.
Cryptic, Alpine Tiger was not... It wasn't the last one that was made, but it was released at a different time on the NA server versus the EU server. But I think the WZ-111 might have been the last preferential matchmaking tank that was made. Personally. I think that's right.
Which one?
WZ-111.
Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I think that was the last one that was made because the Alpine
TLDR,
Tiger...
we're not making any more. Yeah. And the reason it's really hard to balance matchmaker when you have all these vehicles that have this special rule that makes them preferred.
Are we doing tier 3 or preferential tier 5 battles? We could do a tier 3, yeah. Let's do a tier 3, why not? I'll play my favorite tier 3 tank. We'll do tier 3 right now. The one game I get in with you, says Blue Seal Recordings.
Yeah, we get completely rolled. Are we playing tier 2, tier 3?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yep.
Ooh, I have a tier 3. I got the Stewart.
So when you guys test tanks on the test server, why do you allow premium ammo? This doesn't give you any real stats, but it seems that that's all you people shoot. All that people shoot there.
Well, I mean, in frankness, the common test is more of a technical test than a balance test.
Yeah.
As you've noted, it's not a good test environment. And that's why we don't really use it when we're doing some hardcore balance testing. For example, we're currently testing different matchmaking setups on an RU server and...
Ready to press battle?
Yep.
Go.
And on the APAC server. When we were testing the wheeled vehicle mechanics at first, we were testing them on the live NA server. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we agree common test is not a good testing environment for balance. Yep. It's not generally used for balance testing.
Yep. Whoa, tragic. Oh no. What? All you have loaded is APCR.
Are you playing a Panzer 1C with nothing but APCR?
You think that was a mistake. That's your mistake.
Wow.
Okay, this is the only tank that I load only...
Playing the Panzer 1C.
Whenever I play this tank, my goal is to see how many credits I can waste in one match. That's it. That's literally it. I don't care if I live. I don't care if I die. Yeah. Generally, I just rush in and then shoot everything I can.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know White Wolf. I'm usually the SEAL. At least playing on stream. My win rate on stream is like 800 lower than my win rate off stream. It's hard for me to answer. My tiny brain can't handle answering questions and playing the game at the same time.
Same though.
All of this is... I have a giant head, but tiny brain. That's all just bone.
Tiny brain.
I'm great at headbutting, though, if you ever need anything headbutted.
I will keep that in mind. Definitely. Definitely. Whoop, hello. Wow! Wow! Ugh.
Man, the arty focus today is real.
Yes, I want to see. My favorite team. Oh god, that's an MDLS! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
PewDiePie, you do get something similar to those currencies. You don't get them on your real account, but that's what you have on the test server.
Oh boy.
So one thing a test server is good for is if there's like a tier 10 that you want to try out, that you're not sure if you want to go down the line for, the test server can be a great way to play around with a little bit and just see if you like the feel of it.
Oh, no! Alright, I wasted a lot. But
did you die already?
Yeah! I told you my goal in the... Oh, by the way, MTLS, great antenna physics, if it were to happen. Yeah? It's literally just like a little roachy thing. Where is it? Yeah.
I found an M3 Lee.
Antenna, antenna.
I can't penetrate the M3 Lee because I didn't load any premium ammo.
Oh my god. Let's see. Assuming she survives long enough to spend that many. Yeah, essentially.
Oh no, he's coming to shoot me.
I don't know if I should be disappointed or proud. Yep. Yep. I tried to save you.
Oh, just so was somebody else.
Everyone's making fun of me for taking out the
APCR.
Yeah.
Potato aiming.
Aren't those MGS? What? Does anyone know when the event ends to get the new EBR? March 7th.
Oh, is it the 7th? I thought it was
March.
the 9th. I might be.
Let me double check on that.
I'm gonna try and bounce this tank destroyer here.
It is... March. It's a long one right now. March. Where's the date? Where's the date?
Save the date.
March 7th, yeah. Yeah. So February 21st to 1st to March 7th.
Okay, so.
But it ends at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and then I think the 9th is when the sale ends.
Yeah.
So once you earn your final discount and you know the final discount level you reached,
yeah,
you have a couple extra days to purchase the tank with the discount.
Guys, keep in mind though that the marathon ends at 6 a.m. PT, which is 8 a.m. CT and 9 a.m. ET. So, guys, essentially, if you live on the West Coast, make sure you get your, I don't know.
Dang, that was such a fast cap.
That
my opportunity to reset.
Oh no!
Oh, just after.
Just after.
Oh man. That was my fault too. I should have left a little earlier.
Can I make a joke? Yeah, you can make a joke. I mean, we're literally jokes, so.
Ouch.
Ouch. I said us, both of us. I didn't just say you. Sorry, forgot y'all was on today.
No worries, Randy. You can always watch the VOD
Can I
after
make a
if you'd
joke?
like.
Defender is balanced.
Lol.
Lol.
I did there was a meme on the subreddit, on the meme Monday that was
20,000 credits.
The Defender is everyone notices the Defender, but nobody notices the Object 252U because it's not the Defender.
Yeah.
White Wolf says y'all is proper Texan. We're trying, White Wolf. I keep saying y'all all the time now. It's such a great word. I don't know what I did about it.
Tanks are being reworked. E100, Leopard 1, STB1, IS-4, and Kronvang.
I say Kronwagen because it's fun to me, but Kronvang's probably the right way.
Kronvang.
She said we will. Alright, so I think we
mostly me and him.
We have time for at least one more game.
Yep.
I think it's my turn to pick.
Yep.
And I'm finally. I've been trying to get it out. I'm getting the M46 out.
All right.
Glorious M46.
Oops. Tier 8. Tier 9.
The cranberry. There you go, 13 Disciple.
Whoop. There we go. Alrighty, tier 9. Tier 9. Get ready. In your guys' opinion, is the mouse worth it? It really depends. Honestly, I would consider getting a different tier 10 first, and then getting the mouse, because, well, you know, Sophie really loves a mouse for one. It's really fun to play, just like in general, because it's
if you don't mind being
super
slow.
heavy. Yeah. Go?
What I would say
Go.
about the mouse is... Oh, you're not ready.
Oh, I'm not ready. Oh no! Oh no!
Alright,
I messed up. Okay.
Okay, so mouse. I would say get to the tier 8. I think it's the VK100P, 101, something or other.
Yeah.
At the tier 8, which is about like half the total grind, since the tier 9 and tier 10 grinds are so intense.
Yeah.
At the tier 8, if you like that playstyle, yes, you should continue onto the mouse.
Yeah.
But I would try that out and then see if you don't mind being that slow. Alternatively, if you have a premium tank, what are some the Mauerbrecher or the even the Chrysler a little bit, although it's got a rear-mounted turret, which is different. If you don't, well, the Chrysler's kind of mobile. Maybe that's not the best. The Mauerbrecher for sure. If you don't mind being really slow, and you're used to that, the mouse can be a great tank.
Yeah.
But I personally don't enjoy that playstyle. I like to be mobile.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for me. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, like, honestly, like I said, get a different tier 10 first, and then go for the mouse, because the mouse, would be... I feel like the mouse would make you hate tanks for a little while, if that was your only tier 10. Partially because, like he said, it's very slow. It does have a lot of potential, in terms of blocking damage, but it's really difficult to reposition. God, that is a really gaudy camo on that. Oh, Lord. Anyways, but yeah, it's
Cryptic on Twitch with an amazing line.
Yeah?
If you put a defender on one side and a 252U on the other, you have it is perfectly balanced.
So. But no, I highly recommend different tier 10 first, and then get the mouse.
No
the
RD,
mouse
by the
can
way.
be fun.
So Ditto's asking intensely on YouTube if the stun mechanic is coming to console, and Ditto, we don't know, man. You got to go to the console channel to know that. Literally just World of Tanks console on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, whatever your favorite is. To my knowledge, I don't think they're doing the same RD changes, but I honestly don't know.
So essentially, we're not the console devs. Please ask the console devs if they're gonna do something.
I have a hard enough time keeping track of the stuff going on in World of Tanks PC. Oh, I got Kronwagen. Wow, there's a lot down south.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6.
Well, the south is very contentious because essentially, if you go south, you can make your way back to base, but if you get north, there's not really a way for you to...
So I got wrecked by the Kronwagen.
Oh, no. There's a badger that I can't pen, I don't think. Ooh, big gun. Big boy gun. There.
Does the side of your tank say baby in tank?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You have a baby in the tank?
I might.
Alright. Doesn't seem safe to me.
I mean, it's a heavily armored vehicle. There's no vehicle that's safer. That baby ain't gonna die in a car crash. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, the 430U is a great tank, especially similar to the American medium line. You can play it a lot of different ways. It can be played like a heavium. You can side scrape it a little bit. You can bounce some shells by angling. So in that way, it's a great first tank to grind because maybe you decide what aspect of the gameplay you like the most, and then you can pick a more specialized line to go down next, which I do recommend. That's why I love the Fatten as the first line, because once you get the Fatten, you're going to have a pretty good idea of what you'd like to be able to do better. because the Phaeton's just kind of decent at everything. And then you can go down a line that is better at whatever the thing you want to do is. So for example, if you want mobility, you can go for a more mobile medium line. If you want more armor, you can go to a American or Russian heavy line, whatever you want.
Oh no! Oh, what?
You are in a pickle.
This is more than a pickle.
Yeah, I don't have any words I can use on air to describe what that is. Cluster fudge. A fudge cluster. Like someone's mom might make for a bake sale.
I was in a little bit of a fustercluck, guys.
I think you just said,
Can I get mentioned? Says Ashton Kerwin. I had to shout that because it was like all caps.
Did he post that? There you go, Ashton.
There
Ashton
you go.
Kerwin, World of Tanks, February 26th, 2019.
How many times would your baby say, "Are we there yet?" if you were in a tog? However long it takes for that baby to walk from the rear to the front of the tank.
Little known fact, Chris Carson, the Tog is the only tank in our game that comes with its own daycare facilities in the back.
Yep. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Sandwich of doom or destruction. What about a ricochet? That baby gonna be...
Hyper Turtle says, Pigeon says it was actually the tone, not the Kitakami. He might be right. I thought it was the Kitakami.
Wait, what?
Hyper Turtle said it was actually the TONE, not the Kitakami.
What was?
The thing that, the ship that crashed the server.
Oh, no, it was definitely the Kitakami.
Alright, well, we'll settle that conflict later.
The Kitakami.
It doesn't really matter, to be honest. The story is the actual ship in question is sort of irrelevant.
Anyways. Tog still needs a foghorn 6th sense. You can adjust your own 6th sense sounds in the settings. So you can use user sound. There you go. Anyways, that is...
I think we have time for one more.
A little bit, maybe? Maybe?
If we go low tier.
Tragic, you're breaking my heart. What did I do? What have I done? What did I do, Cody? What have I done? What have I done?
Can we do an M4 Dirtman game?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, glorious. I'm working on my second mark for this guy. Oh boy, Boy is a gift for me. I'm worried.
I don't actually have that, so I'm going to take the KV.
Hey, appreciate it, 13. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm going to take the KV1. Or I could take this hydrostat.
No. Cryptic, I think her mistake there was being on a flank where she ended up outnumbered 6-2 with tanks on both sides.
2, 1, go.
Falschermeager's got comments about the 430.
I mean, the 268 at this point has been, like, nerfed so hard in ways. Okay, it's not as popular as it used to be. Like, for sure,
yeah,
I don't ever really see the 268 before anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely playable. I don't like it's certain tanks when they get nerfed really hard. For example, the T110E5 I think was overpowered for a long time. When the nerf did come, I think it might have hit a little too hard because you just really don't see T110E5s in any sort of competitive scenario anymore. But yeah, the 268 V4s definitely. Oh, I'll have to check it in. I think if you send it to me in game, Boy, I'll check it there. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Boy said he's anyway. But yeah, I don't think the 268 is overpowered right now.
Let's see.
The Cent AX. I love the Cent AX, Lean. Oh, sorry, we're got one game left. We're doing the tier 5. The Cent AX is my most played tier 10, and if you stop by on Thursday, I'll definitely play it for you. Lean, we stream every Tuesday and Thursday around this time.
Alright, let's go this way. This tank is relatively slow.
Cryptic says in terms of a window, the 268V4 cracks the window instead of shattering it now.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
Yeah, essentially. Let's see. Someone was talking about skewed games. Like we don't do anything to skew games, for one. In general, there's not really a way for us to get rid of essentially matches where it's 5 deaths on one side and 15 deaths on the other. That's literally just due to the way that games work in general, because if you have 15 people on one side and 15 people on another side, as soon as you get rid of one tank on the other side, there's an imbalance of guns, and so with an imbalance of guns, things start following a lot faster, so it's kind of like what is it, snowball theory, essentially.
Yeah, and that is a problem you see in a lot of games with longer time to kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it does suck when you go down on a big... If it's like a 15-3, that's not a fun game for sure.
Oh, is the ground? Okay, he's gonna be reloading for like 15 seconds. And he gonna be dead.
And I got home, Kevin.
He rammed me to death. And I got grilled.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Katie. We appreciate it. You got grilled right after.
Yeah, I got...
Man, the arty focus has been so real tonight.
Oof.
The Tog could fit a mouse in it.
Yeah, the maps are skewed. In general, we do try to balance maps. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit of time for us to... So essentially, in terms of game development for World of Tanks, the first few months are really difficult because people are still trying to learn the maps. So when it comes to like unicums and things like that, generally they go into like training rooms and they try and figure out all of the cool spots to like hide and shoot throughs and things like that. But for the rest of, you know, our player base, they still take, you know, 2 to 3 months to figure out what the meta of that map is. And then from there, that's when things start balancing out. It's kind of the same with balancing tanks. Essentially, when you have 2 to 3 months where people are, you know, trying to get used to things, you have 2 to 3 months more of people actually playing the map how they can and figuring out the actual meta. And so once you get past the, now I know how to play this map, now you get to the point where it's just like, now I have to play the map how it plays in this meta. And then that's when it's just like, okay, we get good feedback as to how to actually balance the map. So.
Yep, okay, folks. Thanks for all the nice messages in chat. We are going to wrap up today, but we'll be back Thursday at 4 p.m. Central.
I'll be here again.
And yeah, Tragic is, she will not be in Minsk. She will be here again.
Oh,
hopefully.
Thank goodness. I was afraid you would send me back
right
again.
Back to Minsk. Thank you all for stopping by. We appreciate it. Good luck working on the wheeled vehicle marathon, the wheeled challenge. Check out that Spearhead book. That Clarence story it's really important to preserve, guys. We have the video with him as well. It's a really, really amazing true story of horrible things that happen in real life. So take the time, check it out, pay your respects. And other than that, play the game, enjoy yourselves, have a great time.
Press F to pay respects.
Do that.
Anyways.
Have a great night, guys.
Bye, guys.